gonna dive on into some beginner tips because hey, I'm a noob. And maybe this can help some of you newbies out there as well who are just diving into some Disney gameplay. And hey, if you're not new and you've been here for a while, maybe you can learn a trick from me and I'll learn a trick from you. So let's dive into the Mirrorverse. Before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, as I'm going to be bringing you as much content as I can on this game as I grind my way up the levels with the characters, and we'll see how far we can get together. So excuse my attire here as I get through this video. It is hot, hitting up this heat wave out this way, which is beautiful. Love it. The sun is amazing. It's just hot, so sometimes you just gotta cool down and wear something a little bit lighter. But speaking of getting into this game, I want to talk a little bit of some tips and tricks that I like to do when I'm trying to use up my blue energy. I did discuss this the other day, that when you're going to bed, it is always great to kind of go through that by doing some auto gameplay, especially if you're kind of trying to increase some of the motes that you need that are going to level up your characters. But then I found something else that will be happy and helpful to share with you. Before we get into that tip, I want to kind of go through my guardians, and we've kind of gotten some new people. As I start putting up all these new videos for myself on this channel, I want to go through some of the characters that I have unlocked so far. Of course, Mr. Incredible, one of my 4 stars, so you know, name of the game, follow the stars. Higher the stars, the stronger they are. So I mean, if there are a little bit of some of the certain characters that we can dive into on some other videos, it might not be the best to keep going, but I know Mr. Incredible is near the top tier of his wall defense powerhouse, so we will keep him on our back burner as we start going up. But when I was looking at all these characters, I was like, hey, there is still a lot of good characters, but they're all low levels because right now I'm trying to play with just the range because I love my range characters. But then I got Snow White. Then I got Donald Duck. Then I was like, uh-oh, I'm getting some really cool characters. And then I got Oogie Boogie, which is one of my partner's favorite movies, Nightmare Before Christmas. So obviously I'm going to get some of these. I'm going to have to play them. But I'm like, how am I going to stay with my melee characters if I want to level up these, but I want to use my mote to grind up my melee characters because I have support that I gotta go through. I got my range I gotta go through, and it takes up so much time. So what are you gonna do? Stay tuned and find out. Since I have one of my timed crystals going through, I'm like, hey, let's just open one up on camera. Let's throw it into the Mirrorverse. Click, click, click. I think I'm just gonna get an item. I don't think I'll get a character. Yeah, energy. That's what I thought. Just sometimes it's really good to be really focusing on like the 12. I think that's how I got my Mr. Incredible at 4 stars. So we're gonna do an 8-hour because that'll be just before I head off to bed. That way I don't miss out. And then I can pop a 12-hour crystal when I am heading to sleep, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'll have some good opportunities. So let's go through our calendar. You gotta make sure you are accepting all of these beauties, because look at that, I am getting some crystals. And you know, the more I play this game, I started out with ranged characters because I was so excited with the characters that I had unlocked, and they're so fun to play with. I'm like, now that I'm playing further, I'm unlocking more characters that aren't ranged, and I'm like, I might have to change my strategy, which of course I'm gonna, because you need to level up a lot of different characters. You need a wall to support your characters, you need healers, you need all of them to kind of get better. But I'll see how far I can still go playing up with my range zone. So we're gonna throw out one more crystal that we just earned by doing our dailies before we dive into the actual point of this video, my tips and tricks. Woo, Maui, what did we get? Woo, 4-star Maui. I'll take that. Yes, I will. We're gonna have to start working with him. Eventually, maybe I'll just create like a video that's gonna be featuring some power defense walls. Because so far, that's what I seem to be unlocking, which, hey, ain't gonna complain. Follow the stars. So since we've gotten a few like defensive wall characters, I have to try them out to see how well I'm gonna like them. We're gonna go into the supply runs, and we're gonna go into the tank. Let's increase my XP motes for tanks. We're gonna click enter. Once you've gotten like a 3-star section of these, as like you can see, I can't go that much further. I don't have a super powerful team. We're getting there, level 12. But one thing that I think I was doing originally, we were just autoing. And I said this is something great to do when you don't have much time and you just want to get through your energy, because 6 minutes you get some more energy that unlocks. So you want to keep playing with that. But what I really thought was really cool, if you actually go here and you can do other things. I did a workout this morning while I was grinding this, I just keep tapping and going away. So right now I wanted to get my like Donald higher up, and I wanted to get my Snow White higher up, and my hero. These are not my usual characters that I play with, but I just unlocked Donald and Snow White and was like, hey, I need someone to support healing that's not gonna be my Frank Wolf. So I'm like, boom, let's go on here. We click confirm, and then when we go through this battle, you can do one of two things. You can play it, or you can just auto in this mode, and that way you can kind of do other things, watch your shows, get ready for work, your break at work. That way you don't have to put a lot of focus, because there's going to be times in this game that you are going to want to focus with your high-powered teams and move them forward. But when you have all these background characters, it's kind of good to get them up to like level 10 or at least level 20, so you can try out different teams. So I'll just do a little auto and kind of go through and watch them play. And something else that's really great with this too, if you click up here and switch your characters, you can actually focus in on what like the computer, the AI is going to make them do. And that can kind of help you with one, seeing what teams work well together. I know it's lower levels, but still, you kind of see what kind of advantage they do, what's coming at you. You get to kind of review their moves and their powers, and then you get to see how you're going to love playing through the game. Because I think the number one thing to play games, you have to have fun. And there's all these crazy spreadsheets and all these challenges and stuff that you don't know what to do. It's not going to be fun. So, you know, let's put out the team that you want to do. Go into these supply runs, auto them really quick. It takes like a few minutes. And then you can level up higher. Because what's going to happen, you're going to see at the end of this, is you're going to gain XP for your low-level characters. And they're gonna grow levels without you using the XP modes. So this way you can grind through your XP modes, use them on your higher end players, and then lower up or level up your lower players in the process. And here we are heading to the end of this. So if you can watch this quickly, you're gonna see all of your characters all inside because they did great, they won, they're your lower levels, they're not high up, you got victory, and you gain XP. Of course, I'm not so far up in the supply run area, but if you're a little bit higher up, the higher level you are, you're going to have a higher XP gain. It's going to increase the level of your lower characters when you're just starting out, so you don't have to waste these powerful things that you don't get too many of. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for many, many more tricks. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. If you've done something similar, let me know in the comments. I love you to learn from me, and I want to learn more from you. So as they say in those Disney movies, to infinity and beyond!